Good morning from the French Gulch Trailhead here in Colorado, just outside of Breckenridge. Today you're going to be snowboarding Mount Guyot. For a full trail guide of Mount Guyot, you can check the link in the description below. So today we're going to be, and by we I mean me, going to be hiking up and then snowboarding down the northwest slope / ridge of Mount Guyot. This is a nice winter or spring line because it's relatively low avalanche risk, pretty easy approach, and not super steep as well. Start off the hike today, you basically just have a mile and a half up the road over here. This is the parking area. This is your first little junction here. So very shortly after the parking area, you're just going to continue straight up French Gulch Road this way. Mount Guyot right in front of you there. So the area to ski down right in front of you, the slope that has snow in it. We'll see how it rides. Looks like I can get a decent line from near the summit down to hopefully the road. Beautiful morning so far. Drive in, always just really pleasant when there's a nice little sunrise. Did get a decent overnight freeze, not a super hard one, but 31 down here, so probably a couple degrees colder up on the slopes up there. Because this is north facing, you have a little bit more time to kind of get up and get down this one in the spring before you have to start worrying about wet slides. But of course, always be sure to check the avalanche forecast before you head out and know the conditions and know how to handle them once you're there, including probe, beacon, and shovel. So let's talk about Mount Guyot for a second. It's a 13er. I would say it's relatively popular, but with COVID, man, I don't know. Everything's kind of become popular. Obviously, compared to things in the area like Quandary, like things on Hoosier Pass, it's probably gonna have less traffic just because you have to hike a bit more to get to the start of the snow climb here. And it's nothing super exciting, so you're not gonna get, it's not a classic line or anything, but it's definitely just a pretty easy option. Well, I screwed up. I missed my turn. I thought it might have been it back there, but just completely walked by it. So now I have to backtrack about half a mile, which is not really what I'm trying to do right now. So just a bummer. I really didn't prepare for this hike as well as I should have. I don't have a GPX track. I forgot to take screenshots of, you know, the description. Just fucking up. This is the trail you're looking for. It's about 1.6 miles from the parking area. Obviously a bummer to lose time in the spring when time is of the essence, but things happen. I'm glad I found the trail relatively quickly. As you can see, I haven't even transitioned to the split board because I can just walk on this snow, and I'm not that fast at skidding. So figured might as well walk until the snow tells me otherwise. Always old cabins up here. What a spot to live. So Guyot finally coming into view, and you're gonna have an option. I'll show you in a second on how to get to that ridgeline. At the base of the final climb of Mount Guyot here. So you have two main options. You can go right up to the ridge, take that up, or you can kind of go straight left and then right up the gully. It doesn't really matter, whatever works best for you. Personally, I'm gonna keep following this boot track because why not? So I think that's gonna lead me up the gully, which is fine. Let's talk about gear for this one. Originally, I didn't think you would need an axe and crampons for this, but you definitely do. You can shop all virtual Sherpa gear on my website, which is in the link in the description below to help support the channel. In addition to axe and crampons, obviously split board skis, whatever you want, helmet, avalanche kit, so beacon probe shovel. Yeah, if you're on snowshoes, obviously gaiters, but you shouldn't need much more than that. For everything I've used on the hike today, you can check the links in the description below to also help support the channel. Wow, so it's about 8:30. Snow is still very hard, so I've slowed my pace down quite a bit so I don't have to harvest corn on the summit for too many hours. Yeah, as you can tell by my sweat, it's definitely getting hotter, so I'm hoping that'll help escalate things. But man, I was expecting kind of a quick window today, and I knew this was north facing, so it gives me a bit more time. But this is like a solid freeze. So unless I want to be boarding down ice the whole way, we're gonna have some time to kill at the summit. Looking at the final slope here, so I'm gonna follow this track up the left, go a little bit right, and then up the ridge to the summit of Mount Guyot right there. Well, the part of the morning where I could follow someone else's tracks has come to an end. A little booter I'm making behind me. Still not sinking in very deep, so I'm not concerned about snow warms, and honestly it's very cold up here still. More concerned about these clouds rolling in. I know we're supposed to get showers in the afternoon, snow showers probably here, and some thunder and lightning potential. So it's only May and already freaking thunderstorm season's a thought. But yeah, this is steep. Looking ahead there, again, always hard to put in perspective how steep things are. Looking back to where I came from down there, beautiful day. In the upper bowl now, clouds moving in, which stinks for snow conditions on the way down. But anyway, you're gonna hit this ridge and then go left. I think it's gonna be dry on the ridge, so probably gonna stash my board right about there, and that way I don't have to lug it to the top. Finally on the ridge now, summit of Mount Guyot, just right up there. Man, this has been taxing. These clouds do not look good behind me either, so it's not going to be much of a rest at the summit. Pretty much summit of Mount Guyot here. The weather is nasty. soft ride down ahead of me. But anyway, 13er in the books here via the Northwest Ridge. Pretty easy hike, all things considered. Just wish there wasn't snow right now, but what are you gonna do? It's Mother Nature for you. From the trailhead to here, about 3.5 miles and 3,100 feet of elevation gain. I would say this is a dog-friendly hike. Even if you were snowboarding, the slopes aren't too bad, so as long as your dog was good off leash and good on the snow, certainly bring him along. Yeah, I'm gonna start hiking down now. So the one thing I didn't talk about, but I showed it on the way up, are these cornices here. They extend all the way to the summit, so you really want to be careful about them because they are huge. So just make sure you kind of stay to the rocky side of the mountain, which would be the north side. Hopefully the snow has softened up at least a bit to make it not miserable, but I'm gonna hike back down to the snowboard here and hopefully yeah, get some halfway decent turns in. Point of views for the rest of the ride down. Snow is nice, it's a little crispy, not super soft, but not terrible, definitely better than I was expecting, so let's keep getting at it. Just scooting my way out of here, but oh god, the hours of hiking up, minutes of snowboarding down, always worth it. What a fun little section. The snow down here is rotten. It is very warm. Board does not wax appropriately, but still moving so far. Oh man, I love snowboarding. And just like that, we're back on the French Gulch Road here. What an awesome trip down. So that's gonna wrap up my video here of Guyot Mountain. If you're new to my channel, I do virtual trail guides of the 13ers, winter hiking, Colorado hiking, and so much more. So seriously, check out the channel. I have all kinds of different playlists and videos, and then also check out my website where I have even more content. For a complete trail guide on Mount Guyot via the Northwest Ridge or Gully, you can check the link in the description below. I have A to Z, everything you need to know about this hike. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next adventure. Just passed this biker, and he pronounced the mountain something completely different than what I've used in this whole video. So, Guyot, I don't know. You guys are gonna shoot me as always for mispronouncing things, but yeah, obviously I butchered this one throughout the video.